Okay, welcome. It took me a little while to do everything, so I have did just about every single project over. One of the main reasons I think also too was I was having a lot of issues in regards to the Unity Hub and also my Visual Studio, making sure that everything was actually picking up every single thing correctly, like in regards to the database and actually formatting it to Visual Studio, as well as everything working correctly in regards to my files. So I re-downloaded Unity, Unity Hub, Logic Circles, every single thing. I'll start a little bit backwards first to show you that I actually, where's Logic Circles at? Is it right here? Right here. So I also made a Logic Circles 2. I also have, so I can kind of show you. I wasn't sure if the previous file I had WebGL build support, so I just re-downloaded it because it was a little odd, and I kept having issues in regards to like my miscellaneous files not popping up as well too. So these are just different things. Um, this right here is when I actually pushed it to be able to resubmit all the new assets and scenes that I put inside of it after doing the actual work for the first part one of Logic Circles. Um, Let me go to the Unity. So I learned a lot. I learned how to change everything in regards to the scripts itself, making sure that whenever I am doing a file, making sure that I actually like am saving in between the process as well too, and making sure that I have everything saved to go back into Unity Hub to make sure everything looks right. More importantly, also too, I wanted to um, what else I wanted to do. Oh yeah, also too, one thing I did learn also too was making sure that I always am stopping the actual video so I can actually add more into the actual more components into the actual video for the actual game so everything works correctly. Um, I, I was listening and seeing that you said you would get some issues in regards to it if things weren't added in correctly. I added the previous steps to make sure it went left, right, none for my directional node, current. The reason why I was having so many issues, I felt like a lot of things that wasn't showing up the possible way as the maybe because the examples were a little older. So like, on my actual Logic Circles, it doesn't show WebGL, it just says web, but when I looked online, I went everywhere else. This is actually the correct file of it, I believe. Um, and also too, like how you open your files. My files look a little bit differently how they open compared to what I was learning in the actual assignment itself. But I think I got everything pretty much narrowed down and learned a lot. I think the only thing that I didn't see was when I ran it earlier with the rendering sprite rendering whatever. I didn't see anything pop up in my collapse, and I was just making sure that I did everything correctly. But this project wasn't too hard. It was a lot more just following and making sure that I'm putting everything in correctly, but making sure that I actually know what I'm doing. Because it's easy to get stuck and not know what you're doing and just putting stuff together. But I felt pretty good in regards to learning. I learned a lot in regards to the project about the scenes, the scripts, the sprites, as well as adding stuff, saving stuff, and making sure that I actually am going back and forth to the Visual Studio and making sure I put it in, saving it, going back to the actual Unity Hub, making sure things work, and more importantly, actually updating my actual bash so I can have it on my GitHub updated. so everything's right. I believe that's about it. Thank you.